tips on how a person can memorize Quran, here are my top advice if you'd like to memorize Quran. Number one is you need to make dua. You need to make dua. Not only you making dua and being sincere in it and constantly, consistently making dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help you, I would add to that that your parents need to be making dua for you as well. Right? Because nobody achieves something great without the help of their parents. So very often what I would do, just to prove a point, I would bring up people who have the Quran memorized, someone I didn't know before, bring them to the front. Do you guys want me to try this experiment? I don't want to be proved wrong. I'd bring them to the front in front of everybody and I just ask them just one question. I'd say, do your parents pray Qiyamul Layl? Ask them, for those who have the Quran memorized, ask yourself that question. Do your parents pray Qiyamul Layl? It has been my experience that the majority, not all, but the majority of those who have the Quran memorized, their parents pray the night prayer. And they make dua for their kids. Right? So my recommendation, if you're a parent, is that you should be making dua for your child as well. Right? You should be making dua for your child, and your child should be making dua for themselves. As you can see, it all goes back to dua. I would say the third advice is that the parents should love to memorize the Quran themselves. Of course, you wish your child to memorize the Quran, but if if a parent is at home watching some Bollywood movie and they've got some Quran tutor in the other room, and the parents are like, well, we really want you to memorize the Quran, the kid will go a little while and then kind of like give up, give trouble to the Quran tutor just like goes away kind of thing. But if the parents brings the Quran tutor, parent and child, and they're both with the Quran tutor, or the parent has the Quran memorized and they want the child to memorize, parent is actually showing by example that they care for themselves about the Quran, and many times you see that the children as well will also, it'll rub off on them and they'll love the Quran. And my last bit of advice would be that don't try and memorize the Quran on your own. Instead, you want to get into a registered program of some sort, right? A registered program, where it's like some semester long or whatever it is, where you've registered. Even better if you've actually paid some tuition. You have teachers, that's their, the responsibility to be there in the class so that there will be some commitment. If you try memorizing with a friend after Fajr, it's never going to work. Right? If you try memorizing on your own, it's never going to work like that. You want to be into a registered program so that, these are the train tracks leading towards memorization of the Quran so that you can pass down the pattern. I wanted to say in conclusion that I'm so thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be in the companionship of people who have memorized